I'll just launch one server. Okay, so I'll just launch. I need one server for today's session, so I'll be launching that. Okay. With, so you all know, right, how to launch a server from the east to, or like from the AWS side, right? So you need to go to, you need to log into your AWS console, and you need to search for EC2 services. From there, you need to launch, and and I'm launching a server in Mumbai region. Okay, so I'll go to EC2
Rashekar,
instances. Yeah,
Rashekar, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
your voice is breaking. Go it slowly.
Okay, now.
Now it's good actually.
Okay, it is clear now, right? Voice, like you just confirm again.
Yes, yes, guys. Someone can confirm. I think it is breaking for me. I don't know if it is same for me
Yes,
or
sir, it's
everyone.
also breaking for me as
Okay.
Oh, don't know. 1 minute. I'll put this. Now, hello.
well.
Yes,
Now it's
Rashekar, it
good.
is.
So sometimes it's breaking only. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's breaking in the middle.
Okay, don't know. So if that repeats, please confirm me. Okay, I'll change my mic settings. Okay. So hope you are able to see my screen. So I'm in a EC2 instance dashboard actually. So I required one EC2 server. So to for the today's topic actually. So you already know what are the parameters, what are the configurations are required to launch a new instance. Okay, I'll just quickly go it one more time. So I'll be going to uh, click on new session, like launch a new instance. Reduce the screen size. Okay, so these are the major parameters. Like in order to launch in any new instances, you must provide these details. Okay, so out of this, like few of them are mandatory and few of them are not mandatory. Okay, so today is EBS demo. So I'll be creating the server name as a EBS demo. So this is the name of the server I am giving. So first, we all know that like last class we have gone through AMI. So we need to choose one AMI to launch a new instances. Okay, so I'll be going with a whatever Amazon Linux. Like AMI means it comes with a operating system or with some additional softwares if you have any. So you can have your own AMI, or you can get it from the AWS itself. Okay, this is the AWS market, like easily AWS provided AMI. So I'll be using this. Okay, so then I need to choose a instance type. Okay, so this is the, it will provide you CPU and memory configuration to your server. So I'll be using T2 micro, or I can okay, let it be with the T2 micro. So then then this is a key pair. Okay, this is, you know, right, key pair is to uh, for login to your server actually. Like it is one kind of authentication purpose. So we are having, so you can create your key pair. This is which one I choose. Okay, AMI, this one I'll choose one of the key pair. So then you need to give the network settings, like in which network you want to launch. Okay, there is a there will be one concept we are going to cover later class, like virtual private cloud and all. So then there you will understand the network thing. So right now I'll give the whatever existing current settings is there. Select existing security group. Maybe I create, okay, I didn't create it, let it be. So then I will go for the storage. Okay, this is the main topic we are going to discuss actually. Okay, so right now I will not explain anything. So whatever by default I'll take the default settings. So I'll be choosing 8 GB uh, for storage. So then you can have an additional settings. Okay, if you have any additional settings, you can provide that. So I don't have any additional settings, so I'll just go on click that launch a new instances. So now my instance is getting the successfully initiated a launch of instances. So now it is in the pending state. So it will in sooner it will become running. Okay, so this is all you know. So everybody, I think, try to attempt it. Okay, how to launch a server from your end also, and how to connect to the server. So see, this is the server now. It is in running state. Okay, so in below that you will be having the server details and all. What is my instance id, what is the ip address of the server, all details will be here. Okay, so yeah, today topic is, I'll go to slides now. Okay, so today
Rashekar,
yeah.
show the storage actually. I mean, it is going very slow actually. Screen. Maybe this is a
Okay,
Teams issue. I think.
teams issue, yeah, that's what I discussed last time also. Guys, you are also feeling the lag, right? Like when I'm going from one tab to another tab, you are facing some latency issue, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir. In slow
Yeah.
motion.
Yeah, I think it is a Teams issue. Actually, we checked in Google Meet. Google Meet, it is a bit faster, but here I don't know. Okay, see, like I am switching from one tab to another tab, na. So you might be okay. So now you are able to see my like cloud, this one, like AWS console, right? Like server, what I launched.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now like see, these are all the I have choose the many configuration. So in that, storage is one of the configurations, so which is mandatory for the servers to be launched. Okay, so I clicked here in the storage, so then I'm getting these details. So this is by default I chosen. When I'm launching a server, I have given there was a section, so there it asked me how much volume size and what type of volume you required. uh, that configuration was there, so I chosen that. So this is the 8 GB of EBS volume is attached to this server. Okay, so you all know, right, why the storage is required. So storage is like, as the name itself, it says like you need to store some data from the inside the server. So that's why you require storage. Okay, this is what the storage is. Okay, so and if you, and there is a separate section in the left hand side also. Okay, here it is like it is showing for the EC2 instances the attached storage. So there will be, here you can see elastic block store. Okay, I'll open this elastic block store in a new tab. It will show what are the volumes which are available in the region, in this region. Okay, so I'm choosing Mumbai region. In Mumbai region only I launched this region. In Mumbai regions there will be data center. In the data center I have launched one EC2 instances. Okay, so in the same region I have there is a volume is created for this server. Okay, so now I'll go to volume section here. See, you can see this is the volume. If you have multiple volumes, if you have a like n number of volumes, all those volumes will be appearing in the volume section. Okay, so this is the EBS volume attached to server. Okay, so we will discuss more about this. What is this EBS volume? So what are the its future? Okay, so regarding taking the backup, what is external, like additional data disk, what is OS disk, and all we'll discuss. Okay, I'll go to PPT now. Yeah. So now EBS, like what is EBS? Like EBS means elastic block storage. Okay. So do you know like why it is named as a elastic block storage? Like at least why the word elastic? Can anyone tell
Yes, sir.
actually? Like
Yes, sir. Sir,
yeah,
as per our need, we can increase the capacity. That's why the word is
yeah.
mentioned
So it
the
is,
elastic.
yeah, elastic.
Only
Like in
only increase or decrease?
decrease, yeah. Whether you're able to see you have 100 GB, is it possible to decrease the size or only increase
Yeah.
we can do?
Sir, we can do both the thing, no? Increase or decrease.
Yeah.
Uh, Actually, for EBS volume, you cannot do decrease actually. You cannot, like whatever the EBS
Okay.
volume we already created, you cannot decrease that volume. Only increase is possible in EBS, elastic block storage.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. So and why the, like they are name it as a block storage. Okay. So why block storage means? See, I'll just draw one picture here. So this is complete your one storage hard drive, like hard disk something. Okay. capture one. Sorry. Okay, so this is your entire storage rack something. Okay, in that rack you will be having separate disk. Okay, this is one. Did I write it? Okay, this is one. This is one. This is like this. There will be a block. See, the data will be storing in a chunk. Like it will not store in all in only one complete thing. Okay, it will be storing in a particular block. Okay, that's why they name it as a block storage. Okay, so this is what the name, it is a block storage. That's why they are given the block storage. See, and EBS volume is a network drive you can attach to your instances while they run. See, like you have a computer. Okay, in that computer you will be getting hard disk, right? Like if you open my system, let me open my system. See, uh, see, you will be having a these drives. Okay, uh, these are all these disk, whatever it is there, like file system I made, right? So these are all coming with my laptop. Actually, in my laptop only there is a hard disk will be there. With that, it came. Okay, but Elastic block storage, it is a some network drive. You can like it. You can think like that. It is your laptop. It is your easy to instance server, and you will be having a block storage here. You will be having a block storage here. Okay, they will be attached to your server. Okay, they are not directly connected to your instances, whatever servers it is there. Right? It is not locally. Like they are some network drives. Like there will be drives will be there. There will be hard disk will be there. So that hard disk will be connected. Okay, so that will be taken care by the AWS vendors only, AWS providers. So it is a network drive that is, it can be attached to your instances while they are running also. Okay, means like it is not necessary when I'm launching a new server, at that time only I don't need to attach that instances. Okay, so I can attach that in whatever this storage even after the running also. But there is one thing, at least one minimum storage is required to uh, launch the instances. Okay, that is root volume. Okay, so whatever here in the server, if I go here, I'll be showing that this whatever 8 GB is there, right? So this is a OS disk. Like if you see details, you can see, where is that? What is the name? Or I'll show here in the name. See, it is a root device name. Okay, there should always be a root device. It should be attached to your server. It should be required when launching a server. There are other EBS volumes that can be attached even after the servers are launched. Okay, you got it right? Yeah, I'll go to
Yes.
slides. So they are network drive, and these are data persistence. See the data. What does data persistence means? These EBS volumes are data persistence volumes. Like even your instances, even your laptop crashes. Actually, your data will not be loose. Why it will not? You will not lose, because these are all network drives. You are attaching, they're attached to your EC2 instances as a network drive. They are not directly they're not local to each other actually. Okay, they are not coming with the EC2 instances. They are separate disk which is attached to your servers. When the server crash, this server got crashed. Okay, this server got crashed. You after that also your data, whatever the EBS volume you are attached, that will not going to impact your data. They will be safe. So that is what data persistence. Okay, and also it is a single attachment. Okay, I'll tell. See, this is one EBS volume. Okay, this EBS volume is attached to this server. Then I will be having one more server. here. Okay, I cannot attach this EBS volume to the another server. That is what single attachment, which means one EBS volume can be attached to only one EC2 instances. It cannot be attached to multiple instances. Okay, that is what single instance, single attachment. Now, uh, the EBS volumes are bound to specific availability zone. Okay, so I'll tell this. They are bound to specific availability zones. I'll go to console and I'll explain that. See, now in this volumes, so I'm in the volume section now. Okay, so I launched a server in a Mumbai region. Okay, in this Mumbai region, there are the availability zone will be there. You know, you all like we in the first class only, the beginning class, we have discussed about availability zones. Like this is one region. In Mumbai region, there will be three locations will be there. In those three locations, you will be having a data centers, so which are called availability zones. Like see, see AP Southeast one B it is. So similar like AP Southeast one A, AP Southeast one C, like that it will be there. Okay, so but what I'm going to tell is this EBS volume is created in the availability zone AP South 1B. Okay, so it is bound to specific this availability zone, which means you can only attach this EBS volume to the EC2 instances which are in this availability zone only. Okay, suppose if the server is in the AP South 1A, you are going to launch a one server in in different availability zone AP South 1A. Okay, so then you try to attach this volume, whatever it is created, right? If you try to attach this volume to the server which you are going to create in AP South 1A, so it is not possible. Okay, that is what it is bound to a specific availability zone. You cannot attach EBS volume from one availability zone to another availability zone. Okay, which means it is not possible. It is possible, but there is a you need to do some other action for that. Okay, so for a moment you can think it as EBS volumes are network drives. Like these drives are data persistence drives, and they can be they are bound to a single availability zones. Okay, so that is what I'm telling about. Like you need to think as a network USB disk actually. So you will be having a server, and somewhere the drive hard disk will be there. That hard disk is connected to EC2 instances through a network. Okay, so that is what EBS volume. So we'll learn more about the EBS volume. Like there are more characteristics will be there. I mentioned about. Okay, so in the next slide, so they are network drive. So they are attached to your server through network. Okay, so that's why there will be some latency. You can face some latency, but we don't see that actually much latency and all. But uh, compared to the other disk which are directly attached. Okay, so they will be more faster, right? So when the data is coming through, you are getting the data through network means that time there should be a good amount of bandwidth need to be there in order to fetch the data and all. Okay, uh, so there will be some latency when compared to the disk which are directly attached. For example, you have a hard disk which come up with the server itself. Okay, and also quick attachment and detachment can be made to the EC2 instances. Okay, it can be like we can attach the EBS volume and detach the EBS volume very quickly from the EC2 instances. Okay, so this I will show. Um, I'll explain that. Okay, we can um, see this EC2 instances is having only one uh, disk. It is a root disk, so we can easily detach this volume. Okay, so how we can detach? You just go here. So here in the volume is there, right? So if you go there, there is a option called detach volume. So if you want to detach, you just click here, and volume will be detached from that EC2 instances. Okay, so in a similar way, see, if you want to attach a additional disk to the server, you can create one more volume, and after that you will be getting option. If you go to action, there will be a attached option will come. Actually, see, it is grayed out now because it's already attached. So there will be an option called attach volume will come. So you can easily attach the volume to the instances. Okay. So and I mentioned it is availability zone. Like there will be it is locked to a single availability zone. If you have created a EBS in one availability zone, means you cannot attach that EBS volume to the server which is there in another availability zone. So this is what mentioned. An EBS volume in US East 1A, this is one availability zone, cannot be attached to an instances in US 1B, which is another availability zone. That you cannot do. But there is an option of cross availability zone mobility. See, like still I wanted, see, what I means, I have a EBS volume in 1A availability zone. I want to move this to 1B availability zone. Okay, so I want to use the same disk. So that's for that purpose. What you need to do is you need to we need to create a backup of that. So there will be an option called snapshot. So we need to create that snapshot. So once the snapshot is created, so then we will get an option to take that EBS volume to another availability zone. Okay, this I will show practically. Okay. You can like provision the capacity of the EBS volume. I mentioned like whatever the size you required, you can provision that. Like you can define in GB or TB. We along with that, you will get IOPS performance. Like if you are going with a higher generation of hard disk and all, so you'll be getting more good performance. Okay. So and how they will bill for your EBS volume, like based on the capacity you are going to provision. Okay, there will be bill for, like if you choose 100 GB, they will charge only for that 100 GB data and the data transfer also. Okay. Okay. See, now you create and also capacity adjustment we can do. See, suppose we are using 100 GB now. Now tomorrow there will be like whatever the storage we are using, that is not enough. So we want to increase that volume. So that option also we can do. Like at any point of time you can do. But only thing is we are not able to decrease that volume. Only the increase is possible. Okay. So I'll quickly show the demo also. Okay, I'll go to next slide before that. See, this is what I'm telling about. So this is one EBS volume. This is attached to a single EC2 instances. This cannot be attached to this one also. But you can have a multiple EBS volumes. You can attach to single instances. That is possible. But the same single EBS volumes cannot be attached to multiple EC2 instances. Okay, so that is what here explained actually. Like you can have a single instance contains single EBS volume, single instance contains multiple EBS volume. You can provision like you can attach 5, 6 in n number of EBS volume you can attach. Okay, so this option I'll show the delete and termination. What is this useful and all. Okay, so first we'll go to uh, uh, I'll explain. See, I'll explain that later. This is I'll explain the late. So I mentioned about like snapshot and all. See, like this is one availability zone. Like I have 50 GB of EBS volume in US East 1A availability zone. So I want to take this EBS volume. I want to attach this EBS volume to the server which is present in the US East 1B availability zone. Okay. So for that, what you need to do is first you need to create the snapshot. Okay. So I'll show that. Just one option is there. You need to go there and click that, create a snapshot. Like that, you need to do the create. When after you creating the snapshot, then you need to restore that volume into this availability zone. Okay. This option I will show that. Okay. You need to remember that how to copy from EBS volume from one availability to another availability zone. If any question comes in the exam also, you need to say that first we need to take the EBS volume, then like EBS snapshot, then we need to restore that volume in the required availability zone. Okay. Okay. So this I will snapshot picture I'll explain later. Okay. Let me go to the um, AWS console and I'll explain this demo. Okay. See. Um, See now I hope you are able to see the EC2 instances which I created. Okay, I mentioned about like right now there is one only volume which is attached, like it is a root device. Okay, this is a EBS volume which is a root device for this EC2 instances. Root device means as it is particularly it contains uh, booting like operating system related things will be there in the root disk. Okay,
Like,
you
like
in your
think like a C drive in your laptop.
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell that same thing. See, in your C drive, like you will get C drive by default, it will be there, right? So think like it is a C drive actually. Like all your operating system files will be stored in this C drive. Okay, so it's always recommended to not to put your personal data or what other application data, logs and all will not be stored in the root device. So for that we will do in our laptop also, like we will be bifurcating. See, this OS, this C drive contains all my operating system. I created other drives actually from that disk. Okay. So for that, like now I wanted to attach one more disk to the my EBS instance actually. I need to attach one more additional disk for my application or any of the use. So how to do that actually? Like so, this will explain quickly attach and quickly removal of EBS from the instances. So now I'll go to volumes. See, first you need to see that I need to attach uh, EBS volume which is to the server which is there in AP South 1B. Okay, so I need to create a EBS volume only in this region. Otherwise, I will not be able to create the attach the um, EBS to this instance. I will demo both. Okay, I'll create 55 GB something. Okay, create volume. Now I'm in the volume section. I'm going to create a new volume. So like when you in EBS there are different volume types will be there. Okay, so will explain that later. Or some okay, there will be some different types will be there. Okay, so like there will be option to choose how much size of EBS volume is required. So I'm for demo purpose I'm going to choose 5 GB. Okay, so 5 GB I'm going to see this. You need to mention the availability zone. Okay, so since our server is in 1B, so I'm going to choose a 1B. So then there will be other options will be there. So don't worry about that. Okay, just create a volume. See how simple it is. I have created a 5 GB of volume. See now it is creating. Okay, I will create one more which is in the see it is creating in 1B only. I will create in different availability zone always. Okay, create volume. So one more I will going to create 5 GB. So this I will create in AP South 1A availability zone. Okay.
Sir, you mentioned in wrong field.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
5
Sorry. Sorry.
GB.
Yeah. Yeah. See one availability zone. I'm creating volume. So now see one already created actually. Okay. One it is now it is creating. Both are available now. Okay. So now I want to attach this created volume. Now I'll take this once AP South 1B. Okay. So which is created in this availability zone. So if you want to attach now, what you just need to do is click on action. Okay. Then there will be option to attach. Okay. Click on attach volume. See then it will see it will specifically shows like this is your volume ID whatever you have created and the size everything will be there, and this is the availability. See it will show here you can only attach this attach this to the instances which is there in the AP South 1B. Okay, so and also here whatever the instances it shows here will also be AP South 1B only. So I'm going to here. So and you need to select a device. Okay, this you will come to know in Linux only. Okay, no, don't worry about that. This is the device name I'm going to give to the disk. I'm going to attach to the server. So if I click attach volume. Okay, so initially see it was showing AP South 1B 5 GB was there now. It was showing in available state, but now it is in use. So it is in use means it is attached. It is attached to instances. If you want to see that where it is attached, in the if you select this volume in below, you will get the details. Okay, see attached resources, to which instances it has attached. Okay, and if I go to instances here, see if I refresh this instance, see I refreshed, you can see bit slow my computer seems. Okay, see you are able to see, earlier we are able to see only root device. Okay, so now it is a data disk, like additional EBS volume. See how it is very easy to attach a EBS volume. Suppose if your requirement is to have a more storage for the your EC2 instances for your server, you can quickly create a volume and attach it. Okay, so this is how I attached. So there is one more volume I created, right? It is in the different region. I will demo that actually. So this is the one which is created in a AP South 1A availability zone. Okay, now I am going to click on action, click on attach volume. So if I go and select, see you are not able to see the instances in the AP South 1A because there are no instances in the AP South 1A. I created the server in AP South 1B availability zone. Okay, that is what the EBS volumes are locked to a uh, they are locked to specific availability zone. Wherever you are creating, in which availability zone you are creating na, so in that availability zone only you need to attach that servers. Okay, so see it is not coming, so this is a drawback. Still I wanted to attach. Okay, uh, okay, still but this is in availability 1 South 1A, but still I wanted to attach this EBS volume to this server. So what do we need to do? Can anyone tell what do we need to do?
Snapshot. Snapshot. No, we can take snapshot and can restore it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So what we need to do is not to attach this EBS volume, which is created in AP South 1A to the server, which is there in AP South 1B. What you need to do is you need to create a snapshot. So how do you create the snapshot? Now, so it is also very easy. Okay, you just click on action. There will be option to create snapshot. If you click here snapshot, so you need to provide the description, or you can leave that also even if you are not created. Okay, EBS demo snapshot. Okay, so snapshot means we are taking the backup. Okay, we are taking the backup of the volume, but snapshot are not specific to any of the EBS volume. They are at regional wise. They are not bound to any availability zone. Okay, see, successfully created a EBS snapshot. There will be one snapshot ID is created. So if you click and if you open the snapshot, so you can see here also in the EBS block storage in the left side, volumes are there and snapshot there. If you click here also, it will take you to the snapshot section only. Okay, I'll show that. See, this snapshot is getting created. Okay, so since our volume, whatever, like this is what I created the snapshot from this volume, right? So it is having 5 GB, so it will be the snapshot creation process will be faster. Okay, suppose if you are having a 100 GB or 200 GB, so in order to take that snapshot, it may take some time. It may take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but in my case, it will not take more than 2 minutes. Yeah, more than 1 minute also. See, it is created. Okay, see if you go to let me go back to snapshot section, complete snapshot section. See, see in the attribute section, you will not able to find any of the availability zone because snapshot is not bound to any of the availability zone. Okay, so they are bound to region wise. So in this region, you will be having a snapshot. They are bound to region. Okay, so this is the snapshot I created. So now what do you need to do with the snapshot? Okay, first This snapshot means it is a backup. Okay, so this backup we need to modify it as a volume again in a availability zone of 1A, 1B. Okay, so for that, like, because our server is 1B, right? Like in availability in B region. Okay, so for that you need to snapshot is created and it is status is showing completed. So for that, what you need to do is you need to click on action, create a volume from snapshot. Okay, you are creating a volume from the snapshot. So whatever the backup is the same data, like you can still increase the volume also, but we don't want to increase the volume. So we are creating a volume from the snapshot. And okay, so and we, in which availability zone you want to create? Can anyone tell? I want to attach this volume to the
1B.
yeah. So we need to create in 1B availability zone. So okay, just if you want to give any description also, you can give that, or if not required, you can just create volume. So it is going to create one more volume which is in 1B region from the snapshot. Okay, if I there are 3 volumes are there, now it will become 4 here. See, so it is already available now, it is already came. See, this is okay, this is the snapshot ID, this is the snapshot we have taken. So what is the snapshot? B6EE. Okay, so this, if you click this volume, okay, if you check this, it is created from the B6E. See, which is the source, from which source we have created? From the snapshot. This is the from that snapshot we have created this volume. Now this volume is in AP South 1B. Okay, this is similar, like this volume contains same data of the originally it was in 1A, right? Okay, the what 1A volume is taken the backup, and which snapshot we have taken, the now we converted the snapshot into volume. Okay, so the data is same. Okay, but now we move this volume to we have created one more volume in the 1B region. The data is same. Now this volume can be attached to our server. Okay, if you click here, and if I click on action, and there is an option to attach volume. See, now it is in the C, because of, since it is an B availability zone. So now you will be able to get it actually. See, now you can give the CDC device name as, now you click on attach. Okay, and if I go to my instance, see, there are only 2 is there. Now if I refresh, see, it is getting attached now. See, it is getting attached. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, after taking the snapshot, and from that snapshot I have created the volume in the same availability zone. So because of that, now uh, I am able to attach this volume to the my server. Okay, like this you can, if you want to attach an n number of EBS volume, you can create it and attach. Okay, so let me go back to my PPT. So yeah, that is what we have explained here actually. Like we have a EBS volume in 1A availability zone. So that availability, like that EBS volume we want to attach, like we have a one more server in 1B or something like that. So in order to attach that, what you need to do is you need to take the backup, like the same EBS volume. Like why I'm stressing, we want the same data. So for that, we have taken the backup and we have restored the volume in 1B region. So now available, like in 1B region also the EBS is available. So now we are able to attach to the server in B region. Okay, see, now we'll go to snapshot actually. Okay, so everything is costly, right? Like each whatever the resources you are going to create in AWS, it is costly. You need to pay money for that. Okay, see, I have created the snapshot here actually. Okay, one backup is there. So now I don't want to, I'm not regularly using this backup. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so there are two policy we can make actually. Like either this snapshot can move to archive state. Okay, archive state means what they will do, like Google Archive or something will be there, right? They will move to instead of keeping in for past performance hard disk, so we will move this to like magnet. Like in older days, the earlier days, there will be magnetic disk, something that look. So for that particular whatever the data which is there now, so they will move the data into archival magnetic disk kind of thing. Okay, that is what archival actually. Like in order to save the money, like I don't want to keep this snapshot, so I will move this snapshot into archival. Like that can also be we can make the settings actually. Okay, see, if you go you see archiving and this archive snapshot, if you do, so you can reduce the cost. Okay, that is one feature. Move snapshot to archive tier, that is 75% cheaper. See, instead of keeping active EBS snapshot, we can move that snapshot into archive state so that we can reduce our cost up to 75%. Okay, so then like if you want to from the archive, like now there is a requirement, now we need to have a the data we want. Okay, so in order to retrieve the data, it will take some time, like immediately it will not come. So there will be restoring period of 20 to 72 hours will be there when you move the snapshot into archive state. Okay, why do we move the snapshot into archive state means like just for the saving the cost. And there is also one more option will be there, like instead of moving that into archive state, if you move the EBS snapshot into archive statement, it's always be available. Okay, even if you after 2 years 3 years if you want to restore the data means that is still available, you can restore it. But there is one more option, recycle bin for EBS snapshot. Like you know, right, in mobile also you will be having a option to recycle bin. So like if you delete the any photo or any file, so it will first it will, if there is a settings to move to recycle bin, so after 30 days that file or page will got completely deleted, so you will not be able to retrieve. Similarly, for EBS snapshot also, not only for EBS snapshot, for volumes also this option will be there. Okay, so if you move the snapshot delete the snapshot, it will move to recycle bin, and there will be, you can specify that like in recycle bin also till how many days that has to be appeared. Okay, so that is what EBSM. These are all for cost saving purpose only. It is applicable for not only for snapshot, it is applicable for volume also. Okay. I hope you understand this EBS concept. Okay, so now let me go to one more topic. This one, okay, I was about to tell this delete and termination attribute. There is one more option, delete and termination. I'll show that actually. I'll go to EC2 instances. Okay, this is my instance. You are able to see. See, these are the volumes which are attached. Okay, if you go to right side, there is a delete and termination attribute is there. So for root volume, I given yes actually. For others, I did not give, like no I given. What does it means? Like delete and termination means when I terminate the server, when I click on action, when I no instance state, if I terminate this instances means the root volume, like it is mentioned as like I have enabled delete and termination as yes. Okay, whatever here it is given yes, all the data will go, means along with the server, this disk with this whatever I clicked as a yes, this root volume will go. But data disk which I given as a no, means I have given the option when the server is got deleted, I don't want to delete the data disk, I want to keep the data disk as a I want to preserve the data. Okay, that is what the option. Okay, let me do that actually. I will show that. Okay, so this I will delete, manually delete, is not required. I already explained this. Okay, if you want to delete, see how simple it to delete the volume also. If you in order to reduce the cost means unnecessary data need to be cleaned up. See, now there are 3 EBS volumes are there. Okay, and 3 EBS volumes are also all are attached to my EC2 instances server. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to terminate the EC2 instances. So I'm clicking on the EC2 instances and it is asking, see, and it is giving the data and all. Okay, so I'll just terminate. See, now it is started successfully initiate the termination of the instances. So now it is moving to shutdowning state. So you observe actually we have we have 3 EBS volume I mentioned, but now after terminating, okay, I'll go to volume section here. I'll refresh. So it is still terminating. Okay, so give us 1 or 2 minutes time. It is in starting down state. Yeah. So now it is terminated actually. So whatever like all the EBS volume attached will not be visible here. If you go to volume section, so I'll just I'm in the volume section now. Okay. So now I'm refreshing here. See, there are no only 2 EBS volumes are there, and those are 5 GB. They are additional disk. Means the whatever the delete attribute option was not enabled here. Okay, like was not enabled, and now they are in available state. So this is what data persistence means. Whenever your server got terminated by accidentally, someone has done that actually. Okay, so some of the employee you might got frustrated and he want to mess the things in the office. So he has deleted the server and all. So then all your data will go if that option delete on attributes was enabled. Okay, then the data which is stored in the volume will also gone, like how the EBS root volume gone, right? So in order to uh, avoid that accidental deletion and all, so EBS volume having a feature delete on termination option, uh, that we can while creating only we can do that actually, like modify EBS volume. If I go here, okay, not coming here I think. Okay, so when that option is enabled, not enabled means, then you will be your data is safe. Okay, that is what delete on termination attribute future is useful. Okay, so now go to another slide. Okay, I think I hope this is clear for you, EBS volume concept. Okay, so EBS volume future, EBS how to take the EBS snapshot. EBS is attached to single availability zone. Like if I want to attach that EBS volume to different availability zone, what I can do. All you are clear, I think. Okay. So with that
Yes,
agreement, I
sir.
will move to any doubts here actually in EBS before I'm moving to instance store.
No, sir. Sir, if we want to increase the size of the volume, we do not
Okay.
want to attach it. We just want to increase it. So we have to go to modify volume option, right?
Yes, you need to go to modify
Mm,
volume only.
mm.
But like, see, if you are going to see, it is not good practice to keep the volume in available state always. Okay, it will be, see, like in see, after moving to everybody move to cloud. Okay, so they will be creating lot of resources in the cloud. Okay, so because of like whatever the resource, like most of the resources are chargeable. This EBS volume is also chargeable actually. So unnecessarily, you should like this should not be the case. Either instead of keeping the volumes, you can keep the EBS snapshot. That is compared to volume, the snapshots are less costly. Okay, suppose if this volume is if it is a cost of 10 rupees. Okay, so but snapshot will only cost 5 rupees. Which is best to keep? Either EBS snapshot or volumes. Snapshot only,
Snapshot.
right? Yeah. So because like we can like from the snapshot also we can get the same volume. Okay. So it is always best practice not to keep unnecessary volumes in available state. If they are in use state, means if you are actually using them, then it is good actually. So this is a cost optimization actually. So you'll be getting lot of cost. If I have a 10 EBS volume means, like if they are simply in available state means, if they are in available means I'm not using at all. They should be in use state. Okay. Okay. Now I'll
Mm.
move to
Yes.
EC2 instance store actually. Okay. So uh, this is just you people should know this actually. EC2 instance, it is not much like not being used much actually. Okay, this EC2 instances story, like I mentioned, EBS volumes are network drives. Okay, they are connected networkly, but this EC2 instance stories, it is coming with a server only, instance type only. Okay, I mentioned, okay, this when like this is my laptop. Okay, with my laptop I have a hard disk. I have a 1 TB of hard disk which came. So that is what EC2 instance store. Okay, so that is the main difference between EC2 instance store is EBS is a network drive, but EC2 instance store is a local drive. Like it is attached to your server only. See that it means it is physically attached disk to the host computer. Okay, so like it will be compared to EBS volume, the latency for the EC2 instance store is very less. Why, can anyone tell? See, EBS volumes will be having some network latency, but EC2 instances are physically attached and they are less latency. Because of why?
They are closed. That hardware are close to the servers.
Yes, correct. So they are physically attached. They are very close. You don't need to like it has not to the data should not be fetched through network. It is it is attached to your hardware. Okay, so and you can expect a better input and output performance also. Okay, uh, and like in EC2 instance store now, so you cannot define the size. Like I want this much of like 10 GB of instance store. You'll not be having that option. Okay. They will be coming with the instance type. Like you know, right? Like when you are launching in for launching in server, you need to choose the instance type. Okay, so they will be by default, they will be coming with the instance type only. So here I mentioned. Okay, so like for small instance type, this volumes will not be there actually. See, if you are going with a higher instance type like say like C1 medium, so in that you will be getting this much 1 into 350 GB, kind of like 1.6 TB, 32 GB with 3 like large, you will get a hard disk of 32 GB EC2 instancer. You will not be manually, you will not be able to choose that. If you when you are using C3 large only, this EC2 instance store will be there. Okay, so okay, uh, and this is one more important thing actually. Okay, you should be knowing the difference between EBS volumes and EC2 instances. One is they are physically attached. EBS volumes are network drives. Okay, these are better input IO performance compared to EBS. EBS are less IO performance will be there, and this is EC2 instance storage are ephemeral. Like ephemeral means when you terminate the EC2 instances, the EC2 instance store will always go. Means if your computer or laptop crash means like whatever the hard disk also gone in that. That is what ephemeral means. Okay. Mm, and like these EC2 instances store is mainly used for cache data, like whatever in order to give the better performance, right? Like will be temporary data or cache data will be stored. Okay, this cannot be used for your long term data. Suppose you have a important data, some application data is there, some logs will be there, or financial details will be there. Those details you cannot store in EC2 instance store. Always you need to use a EBS volume. They are data persistence will be there actually. Even after your server gone means you will be have the EBS volume will not be deleted. See, this is what risk of data loss, the data loss if hardware fails. Backup and replication of your irresponsibility means like in order to avoid the data loss, you always need to take the backup and all. Okay, so this is what EC2 instance store. I'll just quickly show where it will come actually. So I'm going to delete these EBS volumes also. Okay, since they are comes up with man they'll charge now, so I don't want to keep this. I'll just suppose you want to create the delete also, you just click like this delete. Okay, I mentioned that like in EC2 instance store, right, they will be coming with the instance type. Okay, so in order to do that, you just open the in the left side, there will be instance types will be there. You click on and you open that. Okay, I'm just opening. Okay. Hope you are able to see. I mentioned, like, see, for lower instances, like small instance, like with the instance having very less CPU and memory, you will not be able to get this storage. See, the storage will not be there. Only you will be able to see in the higher instances actually. See, it will start with C5DX large, and you are getting 50 GB of SSD storage type. See, this is what instance storage, instance store actually. So for C, like you will not be having an option to manually increase that actually. When you are launching an EC2 server with this instance type only, you will be able to get this instance store details. Okay. I hope it is clear. So I'll move to next topic. Mm, okay, here. Okay. So now elastic file system. Okay. So this is also like network file system. Like this is also similar to EBSM, but it is a file system, network file system. Okay. So the main difference between EBS and uh, elastic file system is you can attach the same EFS system can be attached to this is your see here only in the diagram only it is there. Sorry, I'll not go to see in this diagram. There is a one EFS system. This single EFS system can be attached to instances which are in all availability zone. Like you are having it is ASF file system is in one region. So in that region there are three availability zone. The single EFS system can be used across the availability zone, and also we can attach to multiple EC2 instances. See in US East 1A, if you have a three servers, this can be attached, and you have in availability zone B also you have three servers. The same EFS system can be attached, and US East 1C the same uh, the same EFS file system can be attached. See, that is what actually EFS system, like whatever the limitation with the EBS volume, na, so that can be overcome using if you are going to EFS file system. This is based on your requirement actually. So like you want to you have a same application, like it is there in different region. So for all the different region you need to fetch the same data. So for that purpose you can go with the EFS file system, and it is highly available. Like that is what like elastic means. You can also increase, okay, over a period of time. Like today you are having 100 GB. So like you want to increase, you can increase that. Since it is having advanced feature, like it is can be attached to multiple EC2 instances and across the availability zone, so it is little bit expensive compared to EBS volume. It is three times the if it is $100 for 100 rupees for EBS volume, but for EFS it is a 300 rupees, three times of that EBS volume. So and it is also pay per use. How much you are going to use, that much you can use actually. And one drawback of this EFS file system is it is not supported to Windows systems. Okay, there will be other for in Windows also file system also there, but they are different name. They will be named as a different actually. Okay. So then we'll move to next slide. So this will explain the difference actually. Okay, so in EBS volume, now to move that EBS volume across the availability zone means you need to take the snapshot and restore that. But in EFS file system, it is not like that. You can attach that EFS file system to multiple instances across the availability zone. Okay, so that is one thing. So this is very important, guys. Actually, like which is costlier, that that difference you need to know. So whether the EFS file system can be attached to multiple instances across the availability zones, true or false. So you should be knowing that. Okay. Uh, so then there will be option to infrequent access. Infrequent access. There is one feature actually same like in this is similar concept to EBS snapshot archive. Something is right. Like if you want to reduce your cost. So like there is a data file system is there. That file system is not actively being used. You are using uh, once in a 3 months, okay, or once in a 6 months. So in that time what you can do is there is an option to transition that actually, like like if the you have options actually. So if this file system is not being used, some data is not being used for 60 days, you can move that to infrequent access. So with that you can have a 92%. You can save up to 92% cost. You can reduce that cost. Okay, so that is what EFS infrequent access. If you are not using that files every day, you are not being used for 60 days or more than 60 days, you can move that to infrequent access file system. So that will provide you the lesser cost. Okay, so that is what the infrequent access feature. So now we'll move to Amazon like FX. So I mentioned about like EFS is not is being used for Windows instances. It is used only for the Linux instances. Okay. So but for Windows instance also we have a Amazon FX for Windows file server. Okay. So this can only be used actually like and it supports the SMB protocol and Windows NFS new technology file system like and it can be integrated with Microsoft Active Directory. See here what you need to remember like I want to attach a file system for Windows instances. So which what is the like what is the service you are going to use in AWS console? You need to mention as Amazon FXX. So Amazon FXX file system, Amazon file system FXX for Windows file server. So that is mainly for uh, Windows instances, and it will support like it will listens over SMB protocol and supports Windows NTFS. Like see, is built on Windows file system. Okay, so and it is also highly it is fully managed. It is managed by AWS vendors, and it is highly reliable, and it can be scalable also, and it is a Windows native shared file system. And similarly for Amazon having a um, one more file system that is one dedicated for Linux cluster of Linux actually. Okay, so that is Amazon FXS for Luster. Luster means this is a collection of Linux system actually, Linux servers. It is also fully managed, highly performance, scalable, scalable file storage for high performance, and it is like you can do the fast performance HPC. Okay, is the Linux cluster. Okay, I mentioned right. Okay, so it is mainly used for like machine learning, analytics, video processing, like for high computing purpose. If you want to attach a file system for a Linux cluster, so you can go with the uh, Amazon FXX for Luster. You need to name this as a continuously Amazon FSX for Luster. This is Amazon FSX for Windows file server. It is dedicatedly for Windows instances. This is dedicatedly for Linux clusters. Okay. So okay. So let me move to last slide of the day actually. Okay. So I hope till now whatever I explained you got it. So let me explain the shared responsibility of the EC2 storage, like EBS, whatever the storage section is there, right? So in for each and every services, there will be shared responsibility between the AWS vendor and as well as users. Like we are a users, what is our responsibility? And as a AWS, what is their responsibility? Okay. So first I will go with AWS responsible. See, infrastructure, whatever the hardware, if there is a like fault in the hardware, that has to be taken care by the Amazon only. Okay, if there is a hardware damage, that can be that has to be replaced by AWS, and replication of data for EBS volume and all. See, like I mentioned about backup, right? Snapshot and all. Like how it will happen, right? In the back end, like this AWS will they have to ensure that data is getting replicated from like data is getting backed up. We have initiated the backup. That is our responsibility. So in order to save the uh, in order to reduce the risk of losing the data, we will be initiating. But that the AWS has to ensure that the backup has taken properly. That is uh, responsible of the AWS team. Like, and I mentioned replacing faulty environment, and also like whatever the AWS employees, their internal team, they should not look into our data. They have to focus on hardwares and backup is taking or not. Okay. So our responsibility is like this is our like in order to like I mentioned, like if there is some important data is there, suppose if server is going to crash or something is going to happen, so it's always our responsible to initiate the backup. at least monthly once you need to have the data. So you have worked hard and you have made changes to your application, or you have built one system. Okay, so and what you need to do is you will take the backup. If suppose in future something happens, you can instead of starting from the scratch, you will all your data will be there, so you can start in that phase. And also data encryption, this I did not explain actually. So it is always uh, good practice to encrypt the data, like encrypt, right? Like it is something like in a, like nobody should understand your something, like if you want to transfer the data has to go in a encrypted way, so that a hacker should not come and take the data, like steal your data. So that is what encryption. I don't need to tell much about the encryption. You might have better understanding itself, encryption and all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, and like whatever the data which is there on your drives, that is your responsible. uh, See, and also this is what, like we know, right? Like we should not use easy instance store for any of the important data and all. Like this is instance store is only used for temporary data. Okay, so that is your responsible. Okay, so this is what the shared responsibility for the EBS volume. Okay, if suppose in the option, like in the exam, what they will do, they will give one question. So what is the responsibility of the AWS team? And they will give these four options: setting up the backup, setting up the data encryption, and understanding the risk of EC2 instances, and replication of data EBS. And you need to choose the correct answer. The correct answer AWS responsible is replication. It is not only limited. You need to analyze it, what is actually vendor responsibility, what is my responsibility. Okay, so this is the end of this session actually. Okay, if you are having any question and any doubt about this EBS related stuff, you can ask now. Anybody is having any questions? So I think it's already 5:30. Okay, I think we are in good time only. Arsha, Disha, Tanmay, any doubt about the EBS concept?
No, sir.
Sir, I
Okay.
have a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes,
in
Karthik.
my AWS console, in my account, it says that message you are not authorized to perform this operation while creating an instance.
Okay, so you logged into our AWS account, right? What we have provided the access, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. See, that is what you need to. You need to like we have not given IA complete access to all the services. See, this is how you need to restrict. Like we will keep on provide that actually. Okay, so like see, suppose you if we provide the access, like not just an example, like if you are creating more EBS volumes, or if you are creating EC2 instances and all, so the cost will be coming. Okay, so we slowly give the
Yes,
access actually.
sir.
Like the access is restricted by us only. So like if you see the IAM policy, okay. So if you want to show that, I can show that later. I will show it later. Okay, so we'll come to know. So my access is different. Your access is different for that account. I am an administrator account. Administrator. I have the administrator access, but you have only limited access. Okay.
Okay, sir, I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, share
So
the
any other
PPT
question?
of the previous session, security group PPT, and this one, if possible.
Your voice is too low, Gupta. Can you be louder?
Sir, I was saying that please share the PPT of the previous session, security group.
Okay, sure. Definitely we'll share that. Yeah, we'll love to.
Hmm. And sir, also share of this
Yeah,
session
yeah.
PPT if possible.
Yeah, we'll share today only. Okay, without me. Okay, anybody
Guys,
having any other questions, guys? If no, okay, over to you, Sharath. You can.
yeah, actually, if no one having any doubts, so I will give you the one assignment actually. I think already our interns has did that activity. So now we are giving that activity to you guys. Okay. what is that means? So for you need to log into your AWS account. Okay, I'm logging in a different way because we have actually we have a multiple accounts actually. Okay, so first you need to log into AWS account. Guys, you are following, right? So I'm going to tell you. We already seen it actually. I'm just giving you a heads up actually.
Sharath,
So
go
you
slow.
need to
I think
also follow the
otherwise,
same thing. And yeah. Sure, sure. Again, this team's also very slow actually. We need to look into that. So first you need to go to the IAM service because
Sharath,
Sir,
actually
your voice is breaking, sir.
this network is too slow. I think we can.
we have not completed the IAM fully. Okay. So for that reason, we are still going IAM as a practical session first, and then we will move ahead to the EC2 instance. Okay. So first you need to go to the IAM console. You can navigate from the reset console.
Sharath, you are having a network issue. It is lagging. Okay.
Yeah. How about now, Rashtakar? Is it good?
Still,
Hello.
it is,
Is
others
it
can
good, Rashtakar,
confirm.
now?
Sharath,
Yeah. Okay. There is a power outage actually here in my place.
Sharath, we can make that
Try to.
video what they need to
Is it
do.
good now?
So we can post it in WhatsApp. They can follow that instead of, because you are having network issue. It is become slow.
Guys, I'm audible now. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Able to see your
Hi.
screen.
Yeah. Sure. We will update you. Yeah. Understood. We will do that actually. We will record the session. We'll post it actually, so you can follow that one, and you need to do it. I have unshared it long back. That is because the network issue maybe. So we will record the session actually, and we will share that link to you guys. I follow that step. Do that practically.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Hello. Rahul,
Yeah, it is breaking, Sharath. Okay.
okay. Raj,
Guys, if you don't have any question, okay, you understand this. Like, we'll share the PPT, go through it, and read about it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And tell your friends to join. Yeah, actually, we are putting efforts. Okay, let them know it.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. Okay then. Yeah. We can catch up in next week.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Bye. We'll share. Bye. Bye, everyone.